Okay, so this one has 45 colors. If you look there at the top, it says colorless, number, symbol, color. The color is actually the standard number. If you run out of diamonds or anything, that's a standard number that you can actually use to order more. And the best way that I sort this out is to take the numbering 1 until 45, create little containers for them, and then put the numbers in according to that, just so that I can reference them a little bit easier. I used to take them out of the packets, but I've realized that the packets and trying to find the numbers was just a little bit disorganized. So this is my little container. At the moment I only needed up to 28. So for today's purposes I need to create up until 45. And then once we've created up until 45, we will then take those beads that came in with the package and we'll transfer them across. What I also purchased was one of these little funnels. It's supposed to help actually move it into the containers. Okay, so these diamonds are a little bit different to the regular ones that you get. Their color combo basically shows, if you look here, it says 50, 3064. I'm assuming the 10.9 might actually mean the amount of diamonds that are in a package. If you look here, it's 1.8, so it's actually less. And then this one is 0.8, which is also much less. So I'm assuming that's probably the amount of diamonds. So what you need to do is basically look here for 23918. So basically 918 is the normal DMC number and 23 is the actual number. So what I'll do is I've still numbered the containers 1 to 45, so I'll put this into the number 23 block. And these are all the diamonds. So there's quite a few. This place where I actually bought the diamond art from, you can, if you run out of beads, can order from them. But usually when you buy the boxes and it comes with the normal supplies, then there should be enough beads. I also got the standard set that comes with each package that you get. I do like these little white ones because they got the funnels and you can use them to for further use. I have got bigger trays, but I find the bigger trays don't actually have the funnels, so it is a little bit difficult if you've used all the diamonds that you need for that portion and you need to put it back into the container. They generally get stuck here. So my preference, and I mean it is a preference, is to use these little white ones. Okay, so these are standard in every purchase. This is glue, this is the actual diamond tray, and then these are the actual tools that you use to dot. Okay, so this is number 42. And what I'm going to do is I'll go to my container set and I'll pick out number 42, right? As you can see, I've transferred it, so you do have to shake it a little bit. And then there are little odds and ends that are left over. So what I generally do is I just scrape them. Until they are at the bottom. But because they're silicone, they do get stuck, so it does become a bit of a tedious process. But now there's nothing in there, and I can now close my 42 and put it back into the correct position. filled up with all the different diamonds and ready to go. Where there are stars, it just means that there's more that can be filled up, just so that I don't lose track of what I have and what I don't. Okay, before we get started, I want to give you an overview of the tools that I use. So as you can see, there's a small tray, which is a white one, and then there's a larger tray, which is good to use for the larger surface areas. And this is actually the wax for the pen, the dot pen. I've actually got it in a special container that I use for my wax, but either way, they both work. Then I've got diamond dot rulers, because I find if I don't use the rulers, it does tend to go skew, and I prefer mine straight. So I've got a long length ruler, medium and short, and they really do work, and as I'm dotting I'll show you. This I use mainly to also position and make sure that the diamonds are straight. This is the pen. What's nice about this pen is it is LED, so it also helps with positioning it correctly. The plastic tweezers that come with the set actually don't really work that well, so I've actually got a thin tweezer set which I use to help take the diamonds off if they've been positioned incorrectly. And then this is used to straighten the diamond dots out during the process. Clips so that we can position it on to the LED light table. So this is also cool. It's an A3 size, and it does help with seeing the actual dots. So it's got 3 light positions, low, medium and high, and I like using the medium and the high positions, and this actually does help with guiding you on the dots, especially since they're so small and you have to make sure that you're dotting it correctly. Then I've also got a normal LED light, which I use more in the evening, which has also got the 3 settings. But this one I use in the evening just for more lighting. And then lastly, I've got these cover papers. So at the moment, this has come with like a plastic that sits on the resin, but it does make working around the actual canvas like very tricky. So I do like using the actual cover papers, positioning it, it's sticky, so it does stick on, and then it also helps the resin on the actual art not to be lost, and it helps you to work around the areas a little bit more strategically. So my next step is putting this baby on here, because I do prefer working with the light. And then this one that I've got is actually adjustable, and I bought this one on Amazon, but you can get quite a few on different areas. So you can light flat, whichever positioning you like, or there's a few layers that it's got here, so you can lie it a little bit less flat, and then all the way to actually being completely upright. So that's actually quite a cool tool. So yeah, I'm gonna put the art onto this, and I'm gonna actually work on it in little sections, one by one, so that we can progress weekly and see what is happening.